Hello guys, I'm Eric Clay and welcome to the first episode of my DCEU news type show. My hope for this show is to do a weekly roundup of the news coming out for the DCEU. This will serve as the pilot for the program, so if you have any ideas or comments for future episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. This show serves as a companion piece actually to the subreddit I created a little over 2 years ago, which is r/DC_cinematic. So for this first episode, I figured the best place to start would be to simply introduce the DCEU in general. For those who do not know, the DCEU stands for the DC Extended Cinematic Universe. It doesn't actually. It stands for DC Extended Universe. I keep adding cinematic in there. It does not say cinematic. That is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is similar, where it refers to a series of films that all share the same universe and canon, but is not the same thing due to the fact that Marvel has their TV shows that share the same universe. DC does not do that with their shows like Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. Those are separate. Anyway, that blubber aside, let's get into it. So in 2013, the first film in the franchise, Man of Steel, was released. It was directed by Zack Snyder, written by David Goyer. It came out to some fairly divisive reviews. Some people were very turned off by the dark tone, characterization, and script, while those who praised it loved the new take on the character and the way Snyder was able to visually show the true power of Superman of the comic books on the big screen. I personally belong to the latter group, but I can still see a lot of the points of the former. After the release of Man of Steel, Snyder and company got together and began working on what to do for the sequel. They thought about bringing in Batman, and they loved that idea so much they just ran with it. Goyer was assigned to write the script of Batman v Superman, and Ben Affleck was signed on to portray the Caped Crusader. While it has not been said to be the direct result, it seems that one of the agreements for Ben Affleck playing Batman was for him to bring in his buddy Chris Terrio. Terrio worked with Affleck previously and even won an Oscar for writing the script for Argo. Terrio took the script written by David Goyer and completely rewrote the script. This, of course, can be assumed due to the fact that when Warner Brothers set out their official press release for the film, detailing the official title of the film and the cast and the crew for it, it also listed under the writing credit, and I quote, written by Chris Terrio from a screenplay by David Goyer. Even in the latest trailer for the film, Terrio gets top billing. It says, screenplay by Chris Terrio and David Goyer. That essentially means that most of the script is from Terrio. The story, the idea itself is from Goyer. I personally think it's a good idea because David Goyer's track record has shown that he is a very good idea man, but his dialogue is just really awkward, to put it lightly. All of his dialogue in Man of Steel, which was probably my biggest issue with it, was the dialogue of the script was very clunky, like, oh, I am progressing the plot, I am progressing the characterization right now, stuff like that. So, pretty much, it can be assumed that it was not a simple rewrite, but a complete overhaul of the script. That film is set to be released on March 25th, 2016. When BVS was just about to wrap up filming actually began on the third film in the DCEU, which is Suicide Squad. It is being directed and co-written by David Ayer, who has previously worked on Fury, Training Day, and The End of Watch. He directed and wrote those films, and he also wrote the first original screenplay for the first The Fast and the Furious movie, way back in the late 90s. So that shows, to me at least, that he knows how to portray the seedy underbelly of a city with despicable characters working in crime, but also have a little humor come out of it with people just being, my mind just goes to asshats. They're being asshats. So the cast for Suicide Squad will include Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, and of course Jared Leto as the Joker. Tom Hardy was actually originally attached to the film to portray Rick Flag Jr., but he reportedly left due to issues with the script. He later, in another interview while promoting another film, said it was due to scheduling conflicts, so who knows what the actual reason was, but regardless, he was no longer in the film. I believe he was replaced by Scott Eastwood. I know Scott Eastwood is in the film. I think that's who replaced Tom Hardy. Anyway, that film is set to be released on August 5th, 2016. At the end of November, the first photo was posted by Gal Gadot of her in costume as Wonder Woman for her own solo film. That film will be directed by Patty Jenkins, known for Monster and the American remake of The Killing. She directed the pilot and another episode or two. It was originally going to be directed by Michelle McLaurin, who is known for very key episodes of Breaking Bad, but she left the project due to creative differences. So that caused some worry with some people. Some people are a little worried because the screenplay itself is actually being written by a gentleman named Jason Fuchs, who, I hope that's how you pronounce your name, whose biggest writing credit is this year's film Pan. He actually has more acting credits than writing credits on his IMDb page, so I don't really know how to feel about that too much, but we'll see when the movie comes out. That film also stars Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, who is the compatriot and sometimes love interest of Wonder Woman, and he was actually recently stated or quoted to say in an interview that he's loving Gal Gadot's portrayal of this goddess and also Patty Jenkins' directing style for this film. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come out of this. And it also seems like this film is taking place during World War I. The film itself will be set to release on June 23rd, 2017. Now, after Wonder Woman, there will be a two-part Justice League film directed by Zack Snyder. There's an Aquaman film directed by James Wan, who's known for The Conjuring, Insidious, and Furious 7. There's a Flash film, a Shazam film with Dwayne Johnson as the villain, Black Adam. There's a Green Lantern film, which is being described as a buddy cop movie in space. So my mind just goes to Lethal Weapon, but space. And part of me is like, yes, that's amazing, because Green Lantern's my favorite character. Part of me is like, I just don't understand, but I'll go more in depth on that in a future video, I suppose. And finally, there's also going to be a Cyborg film. Cyborg is already cast with Ray Fisher, who's known for a lot of theater productions. He's portraying Vic Stone in Batman v Superman, and that'll lead up to Justice League and then his own standalone Cyborg film. But the Cyborg film itself has actually been rumored to be turned into a full Teen Titans movie. If that's true, then I don't want to get into too much detail because this is just an overview, but that would mean that Cyborg wouldn't be in the Justice League movie, most likely. He wouldn't be until this movie because he'd be a Teen Titan, not a Justice League member. I don't know. It's rumors, things that are happening. But all of these films will be released between now and 2020. And there's also reports that there'll be another standalone Superman movie and another standalone Batman movie in that lineup somewhere before 2020. But nothing's been confirmed in terms of dates. Mainly just saying, yeah, we want to do this, but we don't know when yet. So that's pretty much the DCEU in a nutshell. A very wordy, out-of-breath nutshell. As the series goes on, I may change up the length here and there, go into more detail in each thing. I may even, most likely, will have episodes on one small topic or news story and just talking about it. If there was anything I missed or got wrong, just let me know. Pretty much 99% of this was all from memory. So I'm sure I got a detail or two wrong. Just let me know. Comment down below. Like the video if you liked it. I would love for you to do that. Subscribe to the channel because as I said, I'm going to try to make this weekly. So that way you get notified right when I upload a video. And hey, also subscribe to DC Cinematic. We've got a little over 7,100 subscribers right now. And the community is really great. And conversations are always really interesting to have. So every time I upload a video, I'll post it there too. And yeah, let's carry on the conversation with us. So I'll see you guys next time.